original goal was just to open a boxing gym, since I was already training a lot of boxers. But people found out I also have a background in martial arts, and they asked me to train them, and I said, you know what, this pays the bills, and that is part of my passion. You know, I love fighting, I love boxing, MMA, all type of fighting. So in a way, it's kind of good because it supports the business. You know,
not that many boxing gyms are opening up, and it's kind of sad because it's a great sport, and you know, I believe it has a future. But it's definitely a lot of MMA gyms opening up all over the place. At some point in my life, you know, I'm a fighter. I always wanted to open a gym myself, but I think if I was to open just a boxing gym by itself, it won't pay the bills as much, because this new breed of fighters that we have, they just don't want to do only one sport. Everybody that is into fighting is into fighting nowadays. Like me, I do kickboxing, I do Muay Thai, I do boxing, and I do MMA, and then I do jiu-jitsu, I do judo. I do all these sports, and I think the newer generations are interested in learning more and more, not just one dimension of sport.
Put your hands right back up, Richard. That's it, right back up. That's it, guys. Got a good sweat going. You're gonna spar next. Basically, I have been into martial arts since I was a kid, traditional martial arts, and later on I got into kickboxing. And in order to compete in kickboxing, you need boxing. So I picked up boxing in order to improve my kickboxing, and from then I went into Thai boxing. But as I was competing kickboxing and boxing, amateur boxing, I was hired as a boxing trainer, and actually train a lot of amateurs and professional boxers.
I guess it is partly a business standpoint, and everyone is going with the trend. Hopefully it's not just a trend, and hopefully this is the future, because I myself, I don't classify myself as just a boxer or a kickboxer. I mean, I'm a martial artist. So I think it's important that gyms are able to adapt, because, I mean, boxing is great. I mean, it's a sport, but to me, martial arts is a lifestyle. So I mean, if you don't have gloves and you're used to, let's say, to defend yourself with boxing gloves on, and you have to throw a punch without gloves, then it's not adaptable to the outside. So I like the fact that in this gym we're able to do the different arts. So even if you don't have gloves, you still have an idea of what to do. You know, it's more than just a sport. It's a self-defense art, and it's also a lifestyle. Depending on the demographic, I think you would just be targeting a small demographic of people who are just like boxing enthusiasts, which I see now it's kind of going to mixed martial arts. So I think from a business standpoint, I think you would be losing out on a big market if you were just to open up for boxing.
We see new generations opening up to the opportunities. Like even Mayweather is saying that he's looking forward to put on his first MMA show. And when you were talking about Mayweather, he's the biggest star in boxing that there is. So if he's interested in MMA, he's definitely gonna try to merge the two things together.
Opening boxing gyms, I don't see it happening so much because of, especially in New York, the rent is just, you know, going up and up and up. And I see more MMA gyms opening because it's something that is just growing, you know. So it's becoming very mainstream.